crossed the line before. You said I was yours, I swore. But grief gets bold when beds feel wide. So I slept on your side. The bitter smell like faded time, like soap and something once was mine. I couldn't wear your shoulder lay and break the dark to let me stay. Sun rose bright when love is gone. The best still knows where you belong. I slept on your side just one night, decided thorough your goodbye. But even then I felt alone, like missing you had brought it on. I woke up wrong like I had lied, like I crushed something deep inside. I went back to my edge of pain, but nothing fit the same again. Almost I feel equally empty in a different key. There's nowhere left to safely see when love is what you're trying to keep. If there's guitar, beg me to stop pretending you still do. Then I still live inside my bones, a place I touch but never own. I crossed the line but didn't stay. You already far I'll never cross on your side. Just one night. I never crossed that line before. I never crossed that line. Oh, I never crossed. I never crossed that line before. Oh. Ooh, I never crossed that line. Ooh, I never crossed that line. Never crossed it, never crossed it, never crossed. I never crossed it, I never crossed it. I never crossed that line before. I never crossed. I never crossed. when it changed. No big goodbye, no rearrange. I just woke up and felt it fade. The part of me that always stayed. I stopped checking every sound, stopped hoping footsteps came around. The quiet didn't scream or cry, it just arrived and asked me why. Some endings don't slam doors, they simply close them evermore. This is the quiet after. I stop waiting, not peace, not pain, just recalibrating. I miss you less, and that feels wrong, like I'm betraying what was strong. I thought I'd feel relief or pride, but it just feels like something died. Not love, but hope's last gentle form, the kind that waits through every storm. If you came back, I don't know how I'd meet you in the silence now. I'm not the same who held the door, I'm someone quieter than before. Maybe healing isn't loud, it's learning how to live without. This quiet is an empty space, it's where I finally changed. I didn't stop loving you, I just stopped waiting to. It came on shuffle, same old tune, the one that broke me back in June. I braced myself, I held my breath, prepared again for quiet death. But something changed, it didn't sting, not like the first remembering. The notes still knew your name too well, but didn't drag me down to hell. Some pain fades not by disappearing, but by becoming easier. Hearing that song still knows our history, but it hurt less the second time with me. I sang along, I didn't cry, and that felt like a small goodbye. I thought of you, but not with fire, more like smoke from something tired. It rose, it passed, it didn't stay, and neither did I break that day. I let it play until the end, didn't rewind, didn't defend. Some songs don't need a final fight, they just lose power over time. If love fades in I'm not holding on like before, not begging at a closing door, but I'm not free, not even close. I live between the almost. I don't call, I don't erase. I lay me floating in some place, not hope, not lost, not peace, not pain. Just something in between the names. There's a space no one explains between surviving and moving on. I'm standing in the middle ground where love is quiet but not gone. I didn't quit, I didn't stay. I just stopped fighting every day. If letting go is not the end and giving up feels like pretend, then maybe this is what I chose, a softer way of losing you. I don't hate you, I don't wait, I don't rewind and don't erase. I just exist with what we were without demanding anything more. Some healing doesn't look like change, it looks like staying strong. Space is lonely, but it's real. It's where I finally start to heal. Not by forgetting who you were, but by not chasing you anymore.
Between page 12 and 13 lie a folded truth, a soft goodbye. You wrote it quick in slanted ink. Don't forget me, made me think. I left it off, said don't be dumb, not knowing how this day would come. I found it years after you left, the little notes still cut and cleft. Your handwriting uneven, true, still ask me things I cannot do. Some notes are written to survive long after love stops being alive. The note you left won't let me go. It holds a past I still don't know. Each word a plea I can't erase, still folded in that quiet place. I keep it pressed against my chest, a paper heart that failed the test. Some goodbyes whisper, never shout, and stay long after we walk out. The little note still says your name, and I remember just the same. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We stood outside till morning bled, neither of us won in bed. Your keys were cold inside your hand, like you were waiting for a sign. You said I should go home right now, but didn't move, didn't know how. The door was closed, the night was wide, and love was asking us to
before regret. Say the word and I'll believe.
Say you're tired of leaving. It was the night we almost died, almost brave, almost changed. I still live in that in between, where almost felt like everything. I see that night in passing cars, in quiet streets and open bars. Every almost feels the same. A love that stopped just short of flame.
If I had spoken one word more, if you had turned back to the door, would we be ghosts of who we were, or something whole instead of her?
Time paused there, I swear it did. Right before we both gave in to fear, dressed up as being kind, to leaving love behind. It was the night we almost stayed, almost honest, almost brave, and I still carry that night around like a home I never found.
Too long you sit for that to learn, but war it was beneath the sky. You pulled it on, and nights were thin, the main tap slow, and silver stand. If it's to lose, it's best we to learn. Still wrapped around your quiet song. I see it now, no defense. You're holding coffee, making crepes. You left a jade to cross my chest. I folded aside, a breath of care. Some flowers swing like names we keep, like hugs you gave before you leave. And though it's mine, it smells of you in every blood and baby you. The sweat from the late July, still wondering on in you alright. I said just there you used to leave, still rolling what you meant to me. I waited on the days you fade, the sun is sweet and memories fade. It's not the season, not the style. The grief comes dressed in every mouth. So gifts outlast, no one to read, and the stinging forward heart still breathes. So I don't get it long and wide, that every love I cannot hide. The sweat is stretched by what we knew, still holds the warmth I lost with you. And when it fades, I won't regret. It's all you left. Still soft, still fear. Seen at 11:42, the screen went still. My heart kept typing what you wouldn't feel. I asked you something small that night. Did you get home? Are you alright? The bubble popped and disappeared, like every hope I held and years before it stayed. Unread replies still fill the air with everything you wouldn't share. That message sits in quiet blue, a proof I reach but never you. Same street lights blink and faded gold. The road remembers what we told. You drive with one hand on the wheel, the other tracing what we feel. We knew each turn, each broken sign. That road felt more like yours than mine. I take it still when nights are long, even when it feels all wrong. The GPS is faster ways, but memory prefers delays. Some paths remember how we drove, slow enough for love to hold. The road we took still curves your name in every light, in every lane. I slow down where you used to sing, still hoping roads bring back a thing. The radio still cuts the same, right where you left and missed the lane. Some roads don't end, they circle through and lead you back to miss you. I drive it slow, I drive alone. The road still thinks you're coming home. Four-digit hum, you'd say it's slow. Don't write it down, just let it grow. I learned it like a secret song that played whenever you were gone. Now every time I punch it in, the silence echoes where you've been. And though it keeps the world at bay, it can't keep you from fading gray. I haven't changed, it can't let go. It's still the code that let love flow. Each beat betrays a tethered thread of something soft you left unsaid. I whisper it when nights are still, phone numbers that the air can't fill. A password not for locks or doors, but for the heart that once was yours. The alarm code you taught me by heart still rings, a silent song that safety brings. I enter it and feel your name, still guarding love that won't be tamed. Some codes unlock what time can't touch, still holding hands in for two, a muffin split. You circled 217 in wit and drew 3 hearts beside my name, as if that slip could stake a claim. I found it crumpled in my coat, a paper love you didn't quote. No poem there, no giant sign, just total text and hearts in line. I've kept it flat and plastic now, like proof of vows we didn't vow. A proof of purchase, warm and clear, of love that cost but felt sincere. I hold it like a sacred scroll, a barcode for a part you stole. And when I miss your voice too deep, I read the price and tried to sleep. The receipt you drew hearts on still breathes in faded ink that gently grieves. I trace the marks, the loop, the curve, still paying love I don't deserve. Some hearts don't beat, they write instead on paper things we never said. It's still inside the envelope, the one I seal with dreams and hope. I bought 2 seats for Sunday night, for row where stars replaced the light. Love that show, I knew the date but couldn't reach before too late. I checked my phone, typed are you free, but never hit send truthfully. And now that ticket's just a page, a quiet stage, a paper cage. It sits unopened in my drawer, still folded like the day before. And every plan I tried to write now plays in echoes late at night. The ticket I couldn't give you cries in every empty seat that tries to hold the shape where you belong. Still waiting for your favorite song. The usher asked me, is she near? I said she's late, my voice unclear. But deep inside I knew the truth, that shows don't stop for vanished youth. Some gifts we hold but never share, still wrapped in love and morning air. The ticket I couldn't give you, you stayed. Like I'm playing songs and lost bouquets. I saved your seat and watched alone, a second act with no one home. I'll keep it safe through every show. The love you missed, you'll never know. Track 1 was slow, a rising tide. The way our hearts began to glide. You sequence love in perfect beat, each song a step so soft, so sweet. From synth to strings, from dusk to dawn, a story played and then was gone. I still replay it on long drives, each lyric like a ghost survived. Track 4 you said was just our vibe, now it's the part I can't describe. The shuffle ends where we last spoke, and every line is like a joke. I wish you'd add one final song to say goodbye and move along. Some songs don't end, they stretch and hold, and echo chords of stories told. Oh, the playlist still repeats your name in every beat, in every flame. I press rewind and feel the sting of love that only songs can bring. So let it play just one more round. Your voice still lives inside the sound. It drew beside the kitchen sink, where we once laughed and clinked our drinks. We named it hope, a tiny sprout. We joke it might not make it out, but leaves once green have curled to gray, and soil cracked in yesterday. You meant to feed it Monday night. I said I'd do it if you might. Then days slipped through like coffee sips, and now it's ours with wilted tips. Some rules give up when no one tries. They bow beneath the weight of lies, and though the pot is still the same, the life inside forgot its name. The plan we left now speaks of loss, of tender things we let across. It stood too long in quiet air, still hoping someone might still care. I water it with guilt and song, apologies a month too long, but roots don't always rise again when love retreats from where it's been. Some things need more than time to grow. They need the hands they used to know. The leaves still shaking morning light, like they remember being right. And though it fades, I hold it near, the thing we lost from lack of fear. So let it rest in earth and clay, a plant that died when you walked away. Your birthday gift in navy blue, still wrapped in thoughts I wrote for you. I chose it slow, I felt the thread, imagine how it fit instead. But then you changed, you pulled away. The day came fast, I couldn't stay. I hid it deep beneath my bed with notes and cards I never read. A collar soft, asleep, still pressed, love folded, quiet, half confessed. Some gifts are never meant to give. They say we're broken wishes live, and though the size was just your kind, it didn't match your shift in mind. The shirt I bought but couldn't share still smells of hopes I used to wear. I trace the hem, I feel the seam, a garment built from one last dream. Oh, I wear it now, some nights alone,
Your handwriting curved like late July, blue ink beneath the paper sky. You sealed it tight, then walked away, the letter trapped in yesterday. No stamp, no name, no mailing date, just corners soft and edges straight. I found it in your sweater sleeve, a silent truth you couldn't leave. I read it once and there no more, the lines too raw to underline. It broke the way your voice would shake and told me things we couldn't fake. I keep it in a wooden box with trinkets, keys and broken locks, a message written and retreat, still echoing with love's heartbeat. The envelope you sealed but never sent, still speaks and folds, still heaven bent. I hold it like your final word, too fragile now to be disturbed. Yeah. Some letters don't need mail to land, they live in trembling human hands. The envelope you sealed but never sent, speaks and falls, still heaven bent. I hold it like your final word, too fragile now to be disturbed. The envelope you sealed but never sent, still speaks and falls, still heaven bent. I hold it like your final word, too fragile now to be that hallway bulb, a yellow hue, you left it glowing just for you. Said home should never feel too dark, it burned like hope, a tiny spark. Now every night I pass it still, a lighthouse near the windowsill. It flickers soft like breath you gave, still leading me through what I crave. I changed the bulb but not the switch, I keep it lit, a healing glitch. Like you might step out bare and true, and say I left this life for you. Some lights aren't meant for sleep or space, but meant to hold a missing face. So I don't dare to let it fade, it glows with love you never said. The light you always left on still shines, a soft reminder through my lines. It guards the dark and breaks the fear, it keeps the thought of you so near. It's just a bulb, but still it knows the way your light forever glows. The light you always left on still shines, a soft reminder through my life. Guards the dark and breaks the fear, and keeps the
it wrong? I'd roll it neat, a tiny war with no defeat. But now that tube still bends your way, like every night and break of day. The caps have closed, the foil torn, and somehow that's where love was born. In silly fights and morning rush, now silence wraps what once was hush. I could replace it, start again, but even brands remember when. So I just keep it there to see how mess became our symphony. One squeeze and I can feel your grin, your hands, your breath, your daily spin. And though it's crushed, it holds you tight, in mint and foam and fading light. The toothpaste you squeeze from the middle stays, like habits love refuse to face. I trace your shape in every dent and kiss the curve when mornings went. Some tubes are maps to where you've been, still creased with laughter deep within. The toothpaste you squeeze from the middle stays, like habits love refuse to face. I trace your shape in every dent and kiss the curve when mornings Track 11 ends too soon, a fade of black before the tune. You said I'll add the rest tonight, but life turned down the final line. Now I replay it song by song, each lyric where you once belonged. But silence sits where notes should be, a void of you inside of me. Title reads for morning rain, you always love the sad refrain. Now I just hum the ghostly parts and skip the gaps that break my heart. I never changed a single track or fill the space, you won't come back. It ends the way you left that night, unfinished, soft and out of sight. The playlist you never finished still plays, a loop of light and vanished days. I listen close to what's not there and hear your love in silent air. Some songs don't need a final verse, they echo through the universe. The trace you never finished still plays, a loop of love and vanished days. I listen close to what's not there and hear your love in silent air. Never finished still plays, a loop of love and vanished days. I listen close to what's not there and hear your love in silent air. You'd wipe it once, then pause and stare, then swipe again with extra care. A ritual of dust and glass that somehow made the moments pass. Now streaks appear and I don't move. They blur the smile I try to prove, because the face it once revealed now watches what you never healed. I bought the same spray, same old rag, but can't repeat your gentle drag. The cloth feels cold without your hand, just fog and echoes where I stand. One day I wiped and saw your face, a flash, a gleam, a vanished trace. And since the time I let it be, a mirror blurred but full of we. The mirror you always clean twice now stays smudged with love and former days. I never scrub, I just pretend that you'll appear at glasses in. Some glass remembers every glance, still catching ghosts in every chance. Oh, the mirror you always clean twice now stays smudged with love and former days. I never scrub, I just pretend. The mirror you always clean twice now stays smudged with love and former days. I never scrub, I just pretend that you'll appear at glasses in. Ooh, yeah. Gone to store, it always said in crooked ink, a smudge of red. You leave it there and wink my way, then head back soon, don't run away. The magnet faded, no turn gray, but I can't throw that scrap away. It clings like breath upon the glass, a whisper from the recent past. You meant to write a new line, gone for good or doing fine, but now the note just hangs and waits between what is and twist of fate. I read it every time I pass, still hoping you might tap the glass and laugh and say you read it wrong, then fill the air with morning song. A note on the fridge you meant to update stays, a paper trail of quiet days I never touch, I let it be. tables in, you'd always sit and softly grin, with the morning light upon your face. That little booth became your place. I still go back, I never stay. Just sip and glance and look away. The seat's still there, the view unchanged, but something's gone, the air is strange. Your coffee order etched in chalk, still scrawled beneath the beast's talk. Extra cream, no sugar please, now whispered in the drifting breeze. I leave a tip and nothing more than pass your seat, the open door. And in the steam I think I see your shadow sipping next to me. Some seats don't empty, they remain a silent stage for joy and pain. By windowsill, you named her hope and laughed until you said she's tough, she'll make it through, but left her dry when days turned blue. I tried to save her, trim the leaves, and whispered love in morning eves, but even plants can feel goodbye, and hope began to brown and die. Still I can't toss a pot away, it holds the way you used to stay. The soil cracked, the roots unsure, yet somehow that still feels like your one sprout came back last month, so small it reached the light, defying all. And now I water it each day to grow the words you meant to say. Some plants don't bloom to simply thrive, they teach us how to keep alive. The plant you forgot to water now grows with tiny leaves, your memory to water now grows with tiny leaves. Your memory knows. I watch it stretch, I feel you near, in green that cuts through every tear. You forgot to water now grows with tiny leaves. Your memory knows. I watch it stretch, I feel you near, in green that cuts through every tear. I never stop, I let it live. You always left it just ajar, a habit like your old guitar, half open, half of who you were, a gap that hummed your quiet stir. I push it in, you pull it back, a dancing wood and tiny tracks. Now there's small spaces where I stare and find your fingerprints still there. Inside a scarf, a note, a pin, some faded coins, a safety pin. Your scent still clings to paper hearts, the cluttered shrine where healing starts. I leave it open just like then, a crack of time I can't amend. It creaks at night, a sleepy moan, reminding me I'm not alone. The drawer you never closed all the way still breathes your name at night and day. A space you left to say I'm near, a whisper drawn